Okay, so we are back, and my knife skills is on show today in front of Chef Cheryl-Ann Shortt-Charles because you see she sit down.
And it feels good.
I am the privilege of rolling out a recipe for Chef Cheryl-Ann Shortt-Charles this morning. She is my guest in the kitchen this morning. She's not doing a chef tip. She in fancy clothes. She come this morning. No chef jacket.
Just out.
So I am doing something for Chef Cheryl because, you know, I was amazed a few years ago when I learned that Chef Cheryl, I've eaten a lot from Chef Cheryl. Chef Cheryl doesn't eat meat.
No.
But she cooks a mean meat dish.
Yes.
How did that work? I mean, you always never ate meat?
I haven't eaten meat for over 20-something years.
Serious? That was a conscious decision?
Yes, it was. But I think being able to cook it is just that if you find a balance between the portion of meat or the size of meat versus, you know, what you're going to seasonings you're going to put in it. So that's how I balance the taste and flavors and everything that goes with it.
Right. So I've also learned, guys, that Chef Cheryl, she doesn't eat meat. But two of her favorite things, because she's not a meat eater, is saltfish and mushrooms.
Yes.
She loves saltfish and she loves mushrooms. So, this morning, we are doing for Chef Cheryl a saltfish and mushroom quiche.
Hey!
Hey! Sound fancy?
Fancy.
It's sounding fancy, Chef. Yeah. How many knives is looking over? How many knives is looking over?
Well, yeah, let me mess.
No. Get accustomed to that, right? The counter always clean, and yes. So get accustomed.
Okay.
How I normally do my sweet peppers, I would cut off like this.
Right.
It's just easy. I got an easy way to do things in the kitchen. And I discard off my seeds like this. Sometimes I don't waste this. I know you said don't waste.
Right.
I don't waste. I will get them down here like that. And then start to do it like that. Yeah? Oh, look at that.
Everything in knife shops.
Is it? No. But you have taught me that a sharp knife is very, very important.
Yeah.
The knife.
Oh,
I still have to learn the fancy. I know that.
There's a chicken hand because you know if you miss,
This is feeling weird.
Why?
Yeah, I normally sit there and you normally stand here. This is feeling very, very weird.
I love it. I do this again. I want to do this again.
Guys, this recipe is a good one. Let me tell you why. Because you did saltfish balls, I think, last week or so. Sometime ago on the show.
Callus.
We do callus. We do it to do callus and you did the saltfish.
Yeah.
So this, Chef, I know you would use fresh saltfish.
Yes.
But you know that we have this here at the Robo Culinary Studio.
Yes.
It's one of our local artisans. And if you don't have time to do the real saltfish, this is as good as it gets.
Okay.
Out of a bottle smell. This is the real thing, eh? It smells good. So I am using the entire bottle here.
Okay.
I may not use the entire bottle in quiche, but I'm just using the entire bottle because we could probably have some saltfish and bake a little later on tonight. You'll make me bake. Or we'll get more out of the movie. We'll get more out of the movie. Right? So this is the saltfish, right? What this can be eaten as is really good. It's good. But I know it's a chef I'm cooking for this morning.
Yes.
So I'm adding the saltfish ingredients. Tomatoes, some peppers, and some onions. Mix this all together. And, you know, create a saltfish mix. I like a little pepper sauce. Just a little.
Yeah, like
A little heat in the saltfish.
and then he goes along.
A little heat in the saltfish. Huh? It's good. It's really good. It's really good. Another look at that past on the show a couple of weeks ago.
Maybe you could have some quiche. I love
You
pepper
love
sauce.
pepper.
I love. And once it's tasting good, you know there's good taste in pepper sauce.
Yeah.
And you start to salivate as soon as you see the pepper sauce. You want to eat everything inside the pepper sauce. That's
Eggs.
yes.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eggs. 2, 4, 6.
Yes.
There are 6 eggs. 6 eggs in here. 6 eggs in here. I just want about a quarter cup of milk to add to the eggs. What is this, chef? This will give the eggs some texture and body and creaminess and so on.
But you know what we call that?
What do we call that,
We
chef?
call that a royal.
Serious? That's a technical culinary term there? A royal. I didn't know that. You can also do water in it as well. Does it
No, water is not gonna give it that extra flavor and body. It's in the
I'm nervous. My hand's shaking. Chef,
You're doing good. A little messy, but you're doing good.
here why I'm nervous. Because as we told you, chef is a pastry chef.
You made a crust?
No, chef!
Okay, where did the crust from?
So the crust came from the supermarket. And you just roll out the crust. If you're not a pastry chef like Chef Cheryl, you can just roll this crust out, put it in whatever vessel you so desire, in the oven, and you get pastry.
Lazy man.
Lazy man. You get lazy man pastry. So guys, if you have pastry skills, make it from scratch. As chef, this is what I was most nervous about telling her that I'm going to do a quiche, but it's a pastry from the supermarket. Chef, don't move, man.
Okay.
I'm building the quiche now. I love quiche now. I love quiche. You did a quiche at a Roman Culinary Studio.
Yes. Any brunch.
You did not use pastry.
No,
You used.
I used bread.
Tell me about that. Tell me about why I build. I'm starting with cheese, guys, and it's based on the pastry.
I
Use
always-
bread instead of pastry.
Yeah, I always like doing taking the traditional dishes and putting an extra twist to it.
Yeah.
And sometimes, as you say, people may not want to go to the hassle of making a quiche dough or have the time to even go to the supermarket and buy one because you know they may have some guests coming over
Right.
and it's in a hustle.
Because you always have this at hand.
Exactly.
The pastry, yes.
But we always have
You
bread.
always have bread.
Every household have bread. If you don't have bread and you have bake, use it.
So you can lay it with bread at the base
At
here.
the base of it, and you do your same fillings, the quiche
Yeah.
portion. But what I did do is I rolled the slices of bread just to thin it out a little bit.
Nice, yeah.
So that what it does too is, if you leave it like that, the bread tends to absorb all of the royal
Right.
before it goes into
So
the
that's why you roll it out.
thin.
So, Chef, I'm just dolloping some of our saltfish all over.
Okay.
Just getting it, easy, nicely spread so that every bite you get a little.
Well, make sure I'm putting enough, huh?
So you like saltfish a lot,
Yeah.
and mushrooms.
Yes.
So I decided that can we?
To treat me.
Yes, I said. You've been cooking for me for so long.
And I've been begging you to cook for me.
Chef, I cook ever so often. I'm not a regular cook. I'm cooking more now because of Cup of Joe. I find myself, doing a lot more in the kitchen. But I was a weekend cook.
So when you're cooking, again, and here what I like, a little callaloo, a little macaroni pie,
I have tasted
I
it.
love stir-fry fish.
I have tasted your callaloo. I don't want to tell everybody, and then the whole of Trinidad come and just say, I Cup of Joe cooking.
They know where you're learning.
I'll tell you. I'll whisper and I'll tell you.
Alright,
I'll tell you what I'm cooking.
And you heard what I want. Oh, and don't forget the plantain.
You like plantain? Callaloo and plantain.
Middle name, come on. You could remove the short and put plantain.
Plantain and callaloo. So, Chef, didn't add salt and pepper to this because of the saltfish. That's cool?
That's cool.
That's cool.
And the cheese.
And the
as
cheese, yeah. So it doesn't need salt and
Yeah.
pepper in these eggs at all.
But I find it could put the rice and mushrooms in there.
You're serious? You don't anything to be too heavy?
Load them up.
Load them up.
Load them up.
If you say
You
so,
never
Chef.
have enough mushrooms,
If you say
no
so.
saltfish.
If you say so, Chef.
Yeah, you can find it still have plenty saltfish in there, that's okay.
Can I add my eggs now?
Sure,
Yes.
go ahead.
So I'm adding my eggs, and I'm just basically pouring the eggs all around make sure it kind of gets in every corner and crevice kind of thing. I love a quiche. So you kind of give it a little shimmy now.
Right.
You know, a little shimmy. A little chef shimmy. Yeah, settle in the bottom. I am baking this for about 15, 20 minutes kind of thing. And then when it comes out of the oven, chef, you slice up and you get to taste it.
With what?
Guys, try this recipe. Chef Cheryl-Ann Shortt-Charles, if she puts the mark and the passing grade on it, it's a saltfish and mushroom quiche. I love to put bacon in it sometimes.
Yeah.
I love to experiment with quiches.
Yes.
But yes, this is for you. Saltfish.
So, no bacon.
No bacon.
Straight saltfish.
No meat.
And
Saltfish and mushrooms. In the oven. When we come back, Chef Cheryl and I taste up on the tasting table. Come on back, TNT. Yes, that was not easy.
I'm tired. Have a sip, have a sip, have a sip.